I mean, how do you recap a season like that and after going through the emotional roller coaster we just went through? I mean, just tremendous job, by all the seniors and coaches and staff. And, we had people thinking their seasons or careers were over and they decided to come back and not knowing what was going to happen. And I'm grateful for that. We had coaches leave great jobs to come here and be a part of this. And I'm so grateful for everybody that was involved in our everyday process and all our supporters. And what a tremendous feeling, right? 63 years of whatever into now. And just seeing a lot of that history myself personally. This is a hugely just feeling of elation, seeing my dad in the field and a lot of emotional things with that. And I couldn't be happier for these guys to celebrate their last home game as seniors with a win and with an Ivy League championship. I mean, that's a dream scenario. So, amen.
Questions for CJ and Joey? Ron, go ahead. What was it like in the locker room waiting and watching that 40 minutes of game?
Yeah, well, we just sat in there and we were watching it. I think it was about like 9 minutes left when we got in there, or at least when I got in there. And our big thing is we always stand here, stand even kills, so we're watching it. Regardless, we're celebrating. But it was a great feeling when they recovered the onside kick, and then you had the realization of, I'm a champion, which is something that hasn't been said here in a while. So it's a great realization of doing that. And watching that with the guys, it was no better feeling to realize we're all champions together like that.
Joey, you think that?
I mean, it was nerve-wracking for sure, but definitely exciting because that's something that not a lot of people have experienced, especially here. So, we at the end of the day we took care of our business, but knowing that it was up to something out of our control was nerve-wracking, but by the grace of God,
I was going to say,
it worked out.
Watching and now I'm feeling.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Well, Joey, I would think if anybody scripts your ending, this would probably be something that even some of the script writers in Hollywood would have a tough time. You had a career high in carries, you had a career high in rushing yards, you scored a touchdown, and you win an Ivy League title. And I'm sure this is a big reason why you stayed with the program. I mean, to put that in perspective here, how much closure does this bring you?
A lot. I mean, setting out, a year ago at this time, wondering if I would decide to come back or not. This was the result that we had today was the end goal. I love to death the guys and the sport itself and the work and everything, but with having this under my belt, it's definitely, I can say I'm satisfied with my career here for sure.
How much did you take pride in the fact that the game plan, considering also the wind conditions, called for you to do the majority of the heavy lifting, and between you and the offensive line, you were able to deliver and set the tone?
Yeah, I was telling Coach Tinsley all week, run me till the wheels come off. I didn't have much else after this, so I was willing to do whatever I had to do to help the team win. Honestly, yeah.
CJ, for you to get an interception in your final game and help pretty much add the exclamation point to a defense that finishes number one in the Ivy League top 10 in the nation, how gratifying is that for you?
Man, it's just a testament to the work we put in. Everything we do is always unconditional. So regardless, we're winless in league or in the situation we are now where we can win a championship, our play is still the same, our dedication is still the same, our fight is still the same, our preparation is still the same. So to see a result in what we've been yearning for so long, it's almost unbelievable considering what the feeling was this time last year. I knew I was coming back, but it's just there's no hope at the end of the tunnel. If you were looking from the outside in, looking from the inside out, you knew what was brewing and what was coming over the horizon. So getting a pick, that's great, but 9 points, no touchdowns from, a very explosive offense, a very good quarterback. There's no better way to go out in Columbia with wins like that, where they literally do not get in the end zone. So it's just great feeling.
Well, speaking of that, what did it take? You played really the two most experienced quarterbacks in the last 2 weeks, right? With Will Cox and Tay Wong, who had 24 passing touchdowns. When you look at the defensive game plans going in each of the last 2 weeks, why was the execution at a level that enabled you to keep them out of the end zone and pretty much make two of the top offenses struggle?
Yeah.
For the most part?
Yeah, credit to our coaching staff, Coach Stowall, Coach Willie, Coach Cookish, Coach G-Mac. I think the study they put in, by the time it gets to Monday, I feel like I know everything that this offense is about to do and everything that they're about. And I just shout out to Coach Stowe for his growth over the years of developing a game plan, expanding our defense and trusting in these veterans that he had, I think they can rely on us to understand on a quick flip, okay, we're doing this. We switch our defense week 5 to a whole different dynamic. But it's veteran guys that have been around him, understand what he's thinking, understand what he wants. And it's just our commitment to preparation and his commitment to preparation as well, to where when I get there on Saturday, I'm not thinking about a thing. It's already in the back of my subconscious where I already know what's going to happen. So.
For both players, given the history of the program, you great players, what gave you the confidence to come here and believe that you could do it with people like Marty Donrez, Marcellus Wiley, who weren't able to?
I can go first.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I never really like looked into that. Like when I came to high school, my freshman year was the first year it opened, and we ended up winning a state championship my senior year. So it's never a thing of what has happened. It's the thing I'm looking at is what can happen. And when I came here, I saw the players in the locker room. I saw the culture. I really liked it. I saw their dedication, whether it resulted in wins or losses. I saw their dedication to the product that they put out on the field. And also, the athletic department, the facilities that we had here, the buses on schedule and stuff. I was like, okay, they care about their athletes. People here want to win. And it doesn't matter what's happened in the past. It matters what we're going to do now. So I think that was my biggest kind of mindset going into it.
For me, honestly, it was the mindset of the other guys that I was coming in with. Mindsets are very contagious, and I looked around and I saw guys who believed that they were winners, believed that they were champions for the past 4 years. And sometimes it didn't work out. Did this year, but for me, it was I always had a belief in myself, obviously, but just the contagious effect of the mindset of the locker room, and seeing those guys show up every single day, off season, in season, no matter what, and just you just rely on that. And even if you're feeling down one day, those guys pick you up. So it was really just the people that I got to share my time with there for sure.
And then, Coach, how do you instill that mindset from day one, especially given the history of looking to change that mindset?
I don't know if we necessarily change certain things because these guys wanted to win, and that's a start, right? That they know we can win too. And when we came here, we just said we're going to do things this way, change this, or keep this, but expand on this. And keeping Coach Stovall and Coach Cookish, who had obviously some relationships with the team already, was a huge part when you're only building one side of the ball and not maybe the other side too. Having experienced that in my last stop at Union is a huge key as well. And it really is just an everyday process and of how you approach each individual rep, each individual play. And that's what football is. It's a grind, right? You get 10 opportunities unlike other sports. It is a grind to play this sport and prepare the way we do just for these 10. And so that's kind of what we were instilling these guys from the winter and through the spring and the summer. These guys made a commitment to each other to stay around, and that commitment paid off. So I think that's a huge part of it, that these guys made a choice and a promise to each other to do everything possible to achieve this, and we did.
Anything else for players?
I mean, they covered most of it. I guess just for Giorgi, second all time rushing yards at Columbia. You're going to go down as one of the great Columbia running backs. Just, you had a fantastic career. Do you have any final thoughts?
Go Lions.
You guys are all set.
Just one more question. Yeah, go, bro. Could you describe the moment in the locker room at the end of the game there?
Yeah.
Was anyone say anything? Just cheer?
It was honestly more quiet than you would think it would be. Like during the game, when plays were happening, we would cheer, and we always come back to hear it's like our little gimmick or whatever. But when it happened, it was like kind of awe when they recovered the kick. So it was a lot quieter than you would think it would be, but you could feel the joy and the elation from the guys. Like mindsets are contagious. So.
Sir.
You stay here.
Okay.
Anything else for Coach?
Have fun.
Anything else? Anything for Coach?
Appreciate you. Enjoy. Day off tomorrow.
Were you with them in the locker room?
Of course, with my family as well. So my wife and daughter were in there watching it, and rooting for Coach Reno.
What are their names?
Ava is my daughter. Anna is my wife. AVA. AVA is Ava, and then Anna is ANNA. Just watching with them,
What did you say to him? Did you speak to the team or not?
There's nothing to say. It was we knew that if it went Yale's favor, we were taking the field to celebrate as a team and with families and with friends, right? With everyone that supports us as human beings. And it was great to go on the field in that way and share that moment on that field, right? And with that scoreboard in the background, the score, and then getting that banner, and then all of a sudden this trophy came out of nowhere. It was unbelievable. And I'm so proud of our team to be able to share that with everyone else that's impacted our lives.
John, one of the things you focused on was that you wanted your team to stay locked in on this game as opposed to paying attention. Now that it's complete, I mean, how did you think your team handled the fact that they took care of business and the focus did stay primarily on Cornell more so than anything else?
Yeah, I mean, they executed that part to a T. They really did. I mean, there was no one talking about, even after the field goal to go up 2 scores, no one was mentioning, what's Yale and Harvard doing? No, they were focusing on closing out the game and making sure we got the W versus Cornell in the right way and finished it on our terms, which we did. And great job by Hayden McDonald in attacking that onside kick. I mean, that was a great kick by that Cornell kicker. And Hayden McDonald dared to be great, and he was, and finished it the right way, and we got to take a quarterback kneel, and I think our team executed that part in terms of the mindset and their approach, taking care of business or the task at hand, tremendously well.
Speaking of Hayden, you turn the ball over, you're knocking on the door of the end zone, and he comes through with what pretty much he's done, John, it seems all season, his 5th interception. I mean, it goes without saying it was a big play, but what does it say about the defense, knowing that, hey, even with their backs against the wall, they have been put in this position time and time again, and they consistently know how to handle themselves?
Yeah, I mean, Hayden's played one of the best years of football I've seen a defensive back play in this conference. And I know there's other guys that have had great seasons, but I don't know how you bat an eye at that young man being Defensive Player of the Year of this conference. The season he's had, #1 defense, he's a huge part of that and probably the catalyst of that because of the plays he's made individually, right? And just right place, right time, as he's coached to be, and that's what makes our defense tough, right, is that they're usually in the spots they're supposed to be in to prevent big plays or, efficient plays for an offense.
When you took the job, did you think this was possible in your life?
I don't know how possible I thought it was. I knew we had talent, right? I knew we had ability, especially as some of the 5th years decided to come back. And then you watch spring ball, you watch winter, you watch spring, how these guys worked, and the level of players we had, especially after spring. I'm like, guys, we play well, we can beat anybody. And it's just putting it all together in all 3 phases, and are we going to approach each week as its own thing? And for the most part, we did enough, right, to win a championship. We weren't perfect, but we did it well enough to achieve that, and these guys proved that sentiment and that statement right. Like coming into preseason camp, hey guys, we play well, we're gonna win a championship. We weren't shy about it. That's our goal. Like, why else do we do this other than to win? And I'm excited for them that they did what they did.
Poppe, you had such an incredible season. Congratulations. Can you just talk about your feeling right now, sharing that moment with your brother, your father, your wife, and your daughter, and also how this has been years in the making with 2 stints at Harvard, coming back to Columbia for a 2nd round?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people to thank, right? Coach Bagnoli, instrumental in my growth as a coach, and Paul Ferraro, who, I know has been cheering from far for us with his, weekly conversations, and obviously Peter Pilling bringing me back here and giving me this opportunity to lead this program. I mean, it's I feel grateful for them to have this shot, and I'm thankful that our players and our coaches and our staff rewarded them, right? And the belief that they had in me and the support that those guys have given me throughout this season and throughout my time already as the head coach here. And it's speechless, right, to know that this actually happened after 63 years. And I'll keep saying that because that's all that kept being thrown at me. And now what, right? So what? And here we go. Starting on Monday, we'll have a team meeting to close out this season and start building for the next one. And that's why it's amazing we get to enjoy this moment tonight. But after that, these guys that are coming back, we can't ride on this anymore because all these guys are gone. It's time to move on for the next one, and the seniors can enjoy this, obviously, for the remainder of their lives. It's special. Cool. Thank you, guys.